relaxing. Because obviously, you know what I hate? I hate getting sick and then you can't sleep. Then your nose stopped up. So by your nose stopping up, you're going through it. And also you're afraid of nighttime coming. Because obviously nighttime is coming and you're stopped up. Now me myself, I'm irritated. My brain does not work, obviously. Hey boo. So I hate this because I'm here. I'm irritated. Remember, I had a stroke, so obviously my speech is messed up. Some days I'm good, and some days I'm not. Oh God! And I don't feel well. I hate that the fact that it's day two. You know. So I'm just hoping I don't knock nothing over. My conjunction going on over here. And remember, I have a cold, so right about now, this is my best friend. I'm gonna try to do this because obviously I'm not good at this. But the fact of the matter is that I don't feel well. And I'm pressing my hair. I dyed my hair black again. Because you know me, I dyed it black because I don't know what to even say about my hair because being me is very different. I never know what to do next. I fall down. Raven falls down a lot. So I have a little comb. Let me see. What do I do with it? And listen to me, I'm like, why you got that little comb? What did I do with the comb? Who's calling me? Oh my God. You know, I just gave this man my phone number. Now you call me already. But first of all, I'm not taking your calls anymore because I think you're fucking hilarious. Funny thing about me is, if you get me on the phone and I talk to you, don't tell me I think you're about to go to sleep. You need to get some rest to go to sleep. Don't tell me to go to sleep. I decide to talk to you. You know, I don't want to be the kind of person that cursing and stuff on the line and stuff, 'cause that's not me. But I heard this girl, she was cursing. I was like, oh my God. And I'm not nothing against about the cursing, but like, why do you have to curse so much? And she was cursing and stuff. And my thing is, I think people need to understand that if somebody picks up the phone and talk to you, take it as a privilege because they can push you to answer machine, they can send you to voicemail, they can love, but you decide that you want to voice your opinion on their life and then tell what they need to do. You don't really understand the privilege that you have to talk to that person. But trust me, I learned. Now I know I talk a lot of things and I know how to navigate the best way I can. Through the stroke, I talk a little differently. Also, some of you guys, basically, or girls, could kind of navigate and help me talking because obviously I just stroke it out. My words don't always come out correctly. And the thing is, I lose interest quick. And for some reason, a lot of guys feel as though they have the right to your body, they have the right to your decisions, the right to tell you how to think, right to tell you how to walk. Right? And the thing is not like that with me. I will leave you the F alone quick. Because first of all, you ain't doing shit for me. But I don't want to make them feel like that. So now I'm trying to find what did I do with my comb. Let me tell you something. Oh. So when I realized I'm not going to be able to go to sleep because obviously my nose shut off, so obviously there is no breathing for this nose. So my breathing session has just closed off. And when I'm sleeping and then I can't breathe, I wake up. So I'm like, oh my God. Now, me as a person, when your breathing stops, you just want to get up and go to the store, get something to open it back up. But obviously it's a little too late for that. So there will be no breathing on this phone, if you know what I mean. I would love the opportunity to breathe on the phone and stuff, but obviously I stopped breathing. And also, I'm wishy-washy. So I was like, well, let me just get up and brush this hair. Now some of you may wonder what kind of spray I'm using. Is this from a Shein? Let me just say it. This stuff right here works really good, but it's this one that I bought years ago. Now, of course, it's gone. I would love to get that one, but it was cheaper back then. It was way cheaper. So things are definitely different now. So I use the sprays because it makes your hair soft and stuff, but obviously it's not the best one. Because I would love for the hair to be like no tangles and stuff and soft like that, but obviously it's not gonna happen. And I adjusted things and stuff like that, and so it reminds you, I'm a hoarder. So by me being a hoarder, that means I have stuff in here that's like really old. That means I've had it, and obviously people threw it away. Raven's going to use the last drop. I'm going to use the last drop. I'm cheap. And also I'm broke, low key. I mean, obviously if I have my little cash app thing up there, I'm in a struggle. Like, oh, this bitch is begging again. I'm always begging because I'm in this struggle. And it's nothing wrong with, what's it say? It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong for begging. Because you don't got it. Don't be front like you have it. Because you don't have it. And, and I appreciate y'all. Don't never think I don't. I appreciate the fact y'all had helped me when I was at this job. And it's so funny because I'm so grateful for this job. But this job also seems like a hex on it. And in fact, a man was like, I'm working at this job. I'm not making enough money. I actually appreciate the fact that y'all send me money to get home. I didn't have the money to get home. Like, who has a job and you don't have money to get home? And the people say, well, I'm sorry for you because you got on a bus. Well, it's not like I just happily privileged, oh my God, I get a chance to ride on a bus and I get the chance to be stepped on and pushed and shut out the way and stuff. I mean, I'm in my situation and I was saying, like, I'm like a page turner. There's something new going on. Do I want these things to be going on? Absolutely not. But guess what? I don't get a choice in this situation. And it's so funny because I press my hair and then I put it in the ponytail. But but this is the spray that all the girls are buying and stuff. And I had to travel like a little far to get it, which is like downtown. But so I go pick it up and I have to watch my mouth. I saw this girl. She was in the store. I mean, the beauty spot. She was a cashier, and I was like, "Man, what?" Sometimes I have to keep my mouth shut. Man, where did you get your wig from? She was starting to play with her real hair. It's your this wig, and I was like, "Wow, you have." And I try to make sure, because you have to be careful with sensitivity as far as people saying things, as far as your delivery. So as thinking, I said, "Ma'am, your hair is nice." Obviously, I know what it was, but you know. So I was like, I wanted to say, "Miss, where did you get that wig from? Like, where did you get this wig from?" But she was like, "This is my real hair, child. Come on now." You know, and I think it was like, and she was a little young girl and stuff, but you know, I mean, I could spot a wig. They got for wigs. And the wigs these days are totally different than when I first was coming up. The wig these days, there was the impressive, just put them on. It's beautiful. And the wigs now look like they could be your real hair. Obviously, y'all see me flip my hair so much, y'all know we know that's a wig. But I don't care. I mean, I done took all my hair off and did everything in front of y'all. There's not much I could do, you know. Not that I care because I don't, but I'm not trying to front. Because I take my hair off and the braids and stuff like that. But for some reason, I'm getting to this stage where I don't care. And I'm to the stage of comfortability, if that makes sense. I mean, yesterday, yesterday's like, remember, yesterday you was bald. Now today you got a wig on. But I try to take myself too seriously. Well, obviously, I press the hair and stuff. And the thing about it is, it's so weird because, like with me, I will wear the hair and I put it in the ponytail. It's not like I'm going to wear it loose. I'm putting it in a ponytail. And the reason why, I drive for a living. So when you're driving, you may want to look beautiful, stuff like that, but that's not me. I'm driving, I'm trying to work. I'm trying to make some money. So I press the hair, put in the ponytail. That's what it's going to do. Now, I met this guy online years ago, and I'm trying to bring him up and stuff, but I said, this guy is so conceited. He down talks me, and I'm looking at him. So he was in my house, and he was in my house. You know, we didn't do the thing, you know, but he's taller than me, and I felt like it was a match. Ooh. And then I realized this man is conceited. I mean, I think girls have told him he's fine as hell. And then when he gets somebody like me, I'm like, so if I'm not on him, like, oh my God, if I'm not doing that, he don't really cater to me. So he tells me, says, so he says to me, he says, you know, you call me all the time. Excuse me, I know everybody's into text messaging and stuff, But sometimes we like to hear the person on the phone. But you do it too much. Okay. Okay. So you let me know I'm calling you too much. That means to me, that means go the other way. That means go away. So I said, okay. He said, but you do it too much. That means privilege. When a man tells you you call him too much, you need to give it a break. That's what I do. I leave him alone. Last time a guy told me stop calling him too much, he went and got married. So he went and got married. He had a baby, stuff like that. And then I was like, well, I thought you said, don't call you so much. So if I don't call, you go get married, going married on me. And the thing is, I'm like, listen, you're not the only guy that will talk to me or want to talk to me. But for some reason, these guys feel as though it's a privilege to talk to them, as if they don't have no more options. Like, they do what they want to come to you. Like, you don't matter, your feelings don't matter, everything about my life matters. I'm so fine. I get whoever I want, and if you don't like it, just go away, Raven. And I'm like, so you don't feel like it's an honor to talk to me? Like, I feel like it's an honor to talk to you because I'm trying to get to know you, but you tell me, and I'm like, and I'm like, do you know there will be a lot of people that be glad that I actually called them on the phone? Obviously, you ain't one of them. You ain't one of them. And I'm like, so when a guy tells me that, I back off. If you want me to go away, all guy tell me once, I'm gonna go. So he hit me up after. The thing was, now I don't know if y'all know, but Facebook decided to let me back in. Don't know why. And I saw him on Facebook. I was like, it said somebody you may know. And I was like, never mind you. He lives on the next block over. So I saw him and stuff. I was like, damn. So I read his Facebook. It says he's getting married. Okay. Maybe that's why you want to talk to me. You had a wife on the way. So, I said that. To only tell me he's not getting married. I just wrote that. Because I obviously have so many women after me that I have to tame them and make them so they can stop trying to chase me and treat me like this other thing. And I'm like, you're not all that. I mean, the man is fine. I'll give him that. But listen, you're not all that. And also, you may be fond of stuff, but you have to be honest as far as start treating people as if they are a bother or peasant to you. And he's younger than me. Everybody younger than me. The whole world is. I'm like the oldest person in the world. And so, okay. So one night he hits me up. Matter of fact, it was this week. Now I forget. I may talk a lot of mess, but he may see this video. I'm not gonna lie. He may see this video, and I don't care. And the thing that gets me is the privilege. The privilege is talking. So you feel as though you have this privilege because you are this God from heaven, and I'm trash for the garbage. Maybe I have a few wrinkles in my face and stuff like that, but and I was like, okay, so I blocked them. The thing about me is I'm a human being. You have to be careful of my feelings and handle me with care. Delivery if you messed up. But you're not the finest man in the world. There are some gorgeous guys in this world. No matter how tall they are, how short they are, what race they are. I'm not into the race. If you treat me fair, I treat you fair. If you treat me like garbage, I'll go away. I'm not going to go back and forth with you because you won. I'm not going to do that. But So, but this is another file for my mother has lived files. So I met this guy years ago. Not years ago, a few months back. Work with me here because work them work with me here because I'm talking to you all through this. I'm talking to y'all through this cold and also have to concentrate. Listen, whatever you have to do, don't have a stroke. That means your talking it's not funny. Your talking becomes almost it's not funny. It becomes handicap almost because like you like, what is you saying? Also, one side of your brain don't always match up with the right side of the brain. And then you be like, anyway. So as I tell you my business, because you're some nosy bit. So this guy me met online, hit me up and stuff. He was like, he sent me pictures of him being burnt up from on fire and stuff. So I got burnt up and stuff. And he got burnt up really bad. He's got third-degree burns, the skin off his body. And I'm talking to him, I was like, well, damn. You know, some girl, that's what he said. He was cooking for something and the food dropped. The food grease fell on him and stuff. He got third-degree burns, whole body in the hospital and stuff like that. So this man is burnt up. Obviously, I'm a caring person, a dumb, and then I'm going to try to see if you're okay, because I'm dumb like that. So he's my type. He's a man straight from hell, and I guess they call it the bad boy type, but it seems like I meet a lot of bad boys. I don't know if I meet bad boys or guys straight from hell, like Lucifer specials. So when I was driving, once upon a time I had a car, and I went to see him. So I went to see him to check up on him, to see these burns and stuff in person, and let him know I cared about him, and I was intentional, getting to know him better, and I went to see him. And my mother has lived files, so I go through the door, and I'm like, so he comes inside. He's taller than me, and he's built. And I was like, okay. Now, in case you don't know, I'm the type of person that could meet a man straight from hell. He just killed 10 people. I want to meet him. He killed 5 people. I'm trying to meet him. I have this thing about me. I cannot stand it. I wish I could get rid of it. I cannot stand. I can stop it, girl, but reality is, I want to meet him. He's been through the struggle. He's been through difficulties in life. I'm not going to tell his business, but so I went to see him and stuff, and we talked and stuff, and he met me in person, stuff like that. He was like, "Oh, you don't wear no makeup. You look just like your pictures." And so he was showing me all his burns off his skin, like the flesh is off his skin. He's dark skinned. His skin is not white. It's all the meat is gone. So now the meat is off his skin and stuff like that. It's healing. If anything people knows about skin being burnt up, it's a healing phase. Now the healing phase can also be when your skin don't really look great because it has to heal. So he met me in person. Of course, he was trying to do something. Mm-mm. Like, you may be burnt up, but shit, you still horny. No. Mm-mm. So he's like, well, let's go somewhere. So, ain't going nowhere. So at that time, I had a car though, but I wasn't trusting my car because my car was not the best. And if you don't have a car that's the best, you don't want to get in the car because the thing is like your car likes to show out. Your car likes to show out because it likes to let people, their friends, everybody know that your car ain't no good. But anyway, so we decided we was gonna try to be together and stuff like that. And but I didn't, we didn't get there yet. Oh God, who the hell is knocking on my door? Why is somebody knocking on my door? Uh, so this girl says her sister was throwing stuff out the window, and can I open the door to let her in? I was like, no. My sister was throwing my stuff out the window and it got caught in your fire escape. Okay, well, what the hell that got to do with me? She let her go out the window and get it. Excuse me. I'm not opening the door. I'm not opening the door. My hair is not done. And she's like, well, could you open it? Last time I saw somebody open the door, they got killed. And unfortunately, I'm not going to die today. Sorry. You have to choose another day. This not going to be the day. And I don't know who you are. I don't know the intentions. Well, if y'all threw shit out the window, what the fuck you climb down and get it? Let me stop. Then you climb down the window and get it. Y'all had a fight or something. That's on you. I'm not. No. Mm-mm. And she's like, and I'm looking at her through people because I'm a nosy bitch. I'm looking at your picture here. I'm like, no. Mm-mm. I was like, I'm not opening my window. My thing is this. What y'all doing throwing shit out the window? It's 2026. I know I live in a dump, but We're not doing it. Anyway, back from my mother has lived five. So me and the guy talking for a long time, and it's been like you know, that we messed up because the mother's lived. I mean, you close your legs to marry men, but you know, I mean, it's a body. You're supposed to have sex with it. And even though I'm funny, because I was also the person that was taking AIDS tests and wasn't having. First of all, you need a man to have sex, and second of all, well, you don't need a man. Well, this day, but in order to have sex with somebody, you have to have some bodily fluid. Now, remind you, there's no bodily fluid because I'm not fucking. So, but I'm taking AIDS tests, which just makes me crazy, obviously. And then on top of that, so anyway, let me stay focused because I will forget. So I'm like, so we met up and stuff. The guy I met online and stuff. We met up in person. Mothers live. Came to my house. And I'm a helpless romantic, which means I'm dumb as hell. I'm all in love, and I'm the kind of person that fall in love with you really easy, which is stupid. I hate it. And then, so I'm in love with him. I was like, listen, I really care for you. I feel like this could go somewhere with a guy like him. He probably hears that a lot. So he's like, yeah, I could see myself being with you. Obviously, I can see myself being with you, Raven, at least for 20 minutes. And then you get that all about my life. And the thing is, if I pull my pants down, it's because I want to be with you. Now, that's not their intention. They're like, well, damn, I like Raven. Raven's one of the dumb side, one of them really dumb bitch. You gotta have a little meeting with these girls because I'm gonna be dumb as hell. And obviously, when it comes to a man, I'm a little slow. I don't always make it there. I guess I'll be like, damn, you dumb as hell. You one of the dumb ones. And I'm saying, and I'm all like, I'm in my mind. I'm having this whole wedding in my head. We're getting married. We're about to do all this thing. And the guy's like, damn, you dumb. Let me say this to you. So it gets to the point where guys be like, if you want to do this, you have to ask. If you want to cut your hair, you have to ask me first. Then you go, ask you, but you play along with it. So let me stay focused. I'm flipping men. So he says to me, so he says to me, he said, I don't feel the same way you feel about me, Raven. And I'm like, what? But he's the younger than me. The whole world, listen, I have to be the oldest person in the world. And I'm like, he said, I don't feel the same way you feel about me. And then you go, I remind you, I feel that way about your body, though. I want to take it down. But that's not going to happen. And then he calls me, says I have to move, I have to live at now, I have to leave out and move because they want me out the house. I said, okay. So in the back of my mind, I'm saying, he's being put up his house and stuff like that. So Raven, like a dum-dum, you want to help him because you don't want the man on the streets. But and then I started avoiding. So I know the right way and also the way you have to think of the realness. So I'm like, so we didn't do anything. He says, I'm about to be put out my house and I have nowhere to live. And you're not trying to tell me no, like I could come there. You ain't saying nothing. I was like, how somebody throwing little clues. You go, I know what you want me to say, but I'm not gonna say it. And I'm like, so by me not saying anything, he said, "You care about me? When we fucking? Oh, are we fucking or what? What are we doing? What the fuck is? When are we gonna fuck?" I was like, "Oh, oh." Obviously, I was moving too slow. I wasn't traveling fast enough. This is the part that comes in. So this is what the fuck you do. You play games. Are we fucking or what? What the fuck is you doing? You can't even be real with these motherfuckers. Oh, my name done changed the motherfucker. What the fuck is your problem? Let me remind you, I wanted you to be my boyfriend. Now I'm like, oh, I must look like Tina because I must be looking for Ike. And remind you, he's like, and remind you, this is my type of man, which is, and he got dressed in his head, he's built, and he's like, he told me he want me to wear lashes and heels and stuff like that. Listen, that's not, I don't wear lashes, I don't wear heels. I can just belt well, good weed. So he's like, and I'm like, how are you going to tell me how I need to look for you? I need for you to be fine as hell with all this damn stuff. Never mind, he's not like good looking. He's like, he's my type. If you know what I mean. If you know, you know. He's not gorgeous. He's not like this goddess, like beautiful. He's my type. You know, that cute, ugly, but you like, that's my type. And I watch him and stuff, and he's all in and stuff like that. And he was like, Raven, can I come to your house? I said, he said, I'm weighing you down. I said, okay. I gave him my address. It took like about, it took about, I don't want to sound mean, but it took a little minute. In other words, he finally made it to my house almost, the year was almost up. And he came to my house, stuff like that. And in my head, I feel like if a man is pushing that strong, he wants to be with you. Obviously not, but that dumb as hell stamp stay in my head. So this year, excuse me. So this year, he kissed me. Now, I know some people are raving, that's just a kiss. He kissed me. And I was like, why you never kissed me before? So he does this. And I play like I'm not, like I'm unaware of my dumbness. And so now, him being a player and stuff, he's probably thinking this bitch is dumb. And I'm looking. I see what's happening. I trust me. I see what's going on. But I'm dumb to it. Because you know how sometimes you want somebody, you close your eyes to all the red flags. And the thing is like, so he kissed me. He's like, come here. You know the girls. You know how it is when they come here. And then with me, I'll be in shock. So he's like, come here. He said, you mine. You mine, right? I said, okay. If you say so. And he was like, I don't understand why you make it so hard. He said, I want you on my team. I said, I want you on your team. What the hell is that? Now, for me, I'm old school. And when you're young, you said I want you on your team. That means you have a string of prostitutes So you pimp the girls out like prostitute. Now, obviously, that's not what it means, but obviously that's what I heard in my head. And I can see him being a pimp. I can see him have a whole bunch of harem of women and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised because he's the type of guy that would have a lot of women. So I was like, he said, "Are you going to be on my team?" So for me, when a man tells me in his team, I'm thinking he gathered up prostitutes. He's turning girls into whores. So I'm not sure what it means, but I don't want to make it sound like I'm too old because I don't know. So I just go along with it. But I won't say, the funny thing about me, I won't say nothing. Even though I may be thinking something different, I won't say it because I don't know what to say. For me, I'm old school. So if you say I want you on my team, that means I don't want you. I mean, fucking all y'all. So the thing is, I'm like, so he came over. In fact, he came over this week. And I think he's the kind of person that can pick you apart. He knows exactly what to do to pick you apart. He knows obviously you have googly eyes with them, and the fact of the matter is like you're a little on the dumb side, Raven. And I'm not exactly dumb, but sometimes within my not exactly dumb, but not within my heart is differently versus my mind. So dealing with you through my heart is different because you can kind of get things off better that I won't be aware of it because I'm dealing with you through my heart. Anyway, so he says something and says, I think he started getting a connection that I want to be with him and stuff like that. So it's starting to register in my head. And it still is not registered for my head, if you know. So I'm like, so in the meantime, I'm the kind of person that's hopelessly romantic or maybe super duper dumb. So he kissed me. Now I know some people say, it's just a kiss. But for me, in my mind, I'm thinking, we about to get our life together. And then he says to me, Raven, I want to talk to you. I said, what? I want to tell you about something. Now I know it's gonna be nothing too bad because there wasn't no sex like that, but he says to me, I have a wife. And then you go to take deep breaths. That's okay. I understand it's 2026 and people do a lot of things. But I was supposed to be the wife. But obviously it's not gonna be the way. But he says, I have two wives. Oh, not surprised. So you have two wives. In my mind, I heard I'm fucking two bitches at the same time. Not that I'm surprised because I said it before. And I'm like, he said, but I want you on my team. Oh, oh. So I'm not gonna be invited to be the wife. I'm gonna be invited to get in the bed. So now I'm like, so now my whole world is going. And I'm like, okay. So when I get upset, I get quiet. I have nothing to say. Because obviously it's moving on. I just have to keep looking. Because I'm a part of the story, but not a part of his story, just a part of the story. So the thing about it is they always hit you with that. Well, I didn't have to tell you. No, you didn't have to tell me. You also didn't have to fuck with me. You also didn't have to play single. You know, you also didn't have to pursue me and you didn't even want me because you already got women. I think that this must be Confession Sundays. I'm gonna tell you about somebody else. So he says, "Well, I'm married and stuff, and I want to help you find a job and stuff." Obviously, the world knows I'm trying to find a job. Ain't it's not been a secret. So he says, well, he started telling me all this stuff like that, and these different places I could go to. I said, I'm good. Like I don't want you to help me. I'm good. The funny thing with me is when people try to find me a job, they find me this job that's fucked up. They never find it for them, but the job they find me be fucked up. It's almost as if I'm picking up the garbage chute anyway. So I was like, no, I'm good. So I was like, you've been doing it all this time. We had an entanglement, and you wasn't trying to get entanglement with me. You just wanted to hit it. And I'm like, and so there will be no wedding. You will not be his girlfriend. You will be his side piece and a piece of shit. So even though you have these whole plans and dreams, pop the balloon, and you're like, damn, I can't even see you was sick. Your skin was off your body. Okay. So he says, well, I checked up on your stuff to make sure you're okay. My thing is this. If you didn't want me to start to say, listen, we just gonna mess around, stuff like that. But they don't want to mess around with me. They just want to claim me, and you don't want me. So I'm like, okay, I've been dumped before. It's not like I haven't been dumped before. So, and I've been dumped so many times. It's hilarious. It's sad, but it's hilarious. And they be all younger guys. I got dumped by this guy who was that wanted to be with me. We've been together like 1,000 times, and he had me. I had to call him when I got home from work. I had to call him, let him know what I was doing. I had to call him. He was black, of course. He had light brown eyes and stuff, and so I'm like, he was around me 24/7. This man was around me 24/7. For when I woke up, he called me. He was always there. So we had did a lot of things mothers live. And then he said, call me when you get off of work. I want to make sure you got home okay. I said, okay. No problem. So now he's one of the dum dums. So I thought we was gonna be married. We went and sat by the church. We went and saw what church we're gonna get married in and stuff like that. This whole shebang. I was at his house, the church and everything picked out. I was sitting outside his house. We talked about the church and everything. And I called him when I got home. I know I'm all over the page. So I called him. I said, well, I'm home. And he said, okay, babe, I'm glad you're home. Glad you let me know. So I hung up the phone. Baby's about to get married. I'm about to get married in my head. So around 1 o'clock in the morning, I went to sleep. I was working in New York. I was the bartender. So I fall asleep like most people do when they get tired. And I got a text message. It says, could you leave my husband alone? We're trying to raise a family. I was like, what? I said, you what? Send me this picture. That's not, this can't be him. So she sent me his picture. And it was him. So of course I called him. I was like, you married? He said, yeah, to you. I was like, what's okay. So I asked her to send me more information, and she did. He denied it. And as a person like me, I'm like, you know what, I'm good. So I called him up. I was like, listen, how you gonna tell me that we're getting married? How are you gonna have this whole affair? And she's your wife. So I'm supposed to get married, but obviously I'm not getting married because obviously you got somebody. I said, you know what, you have a great life. I'm good. So he said, well, we're not breaking up. What? He said, we're not breaking up. This is crazy. My thing is, if you want to cheat, do it. That's your thing. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do what you want. But the thing is, it's the part of the commitment. Like you just want to make a person just be there with you when you have no intentions of being with them anyway. You set up this whole thing, you stop them in their way, and you want to just play with their mind, give them hope, which is fake. So he's on other websites as well. If you know what I mean, you know. He's on websites as well. And he had another baby. And he's also on websites and doing other things. So he's giving a woman babies and stuff. He's also sleeping with other people. If you know that, if you know, you know. And I'm like, so I met another guy. Actually, right this year. So I had the day off. And this is so weird. So I was on a website, you know, mothers live. So this guy meets me. I'm on a bus, and this guy tells me, he says, "Are you Raven?" I was like, he said, "We talked before." So of course I get quiet, and I'm like, so he's like, "We talked before." So he buys me this thing, my gloves and stuff. He said, "For your gloves and stuff, so you could get your hands on." Now I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this man, but you know, mothers live. But I don't know him. But I'm looking at him. I was like, God, is this you? Or is this? So I'm like, so I go to the store to get something to eat. That's not get something. I got some. What did I get? I think I've got. I don't know. I went to the store to get some bodega. So before he could talk more information, I wanted to get out. I didn't want to say nothing to him. I didn't know the reason why he hit me up or why he talked to me and stuff. But all I knew was that I need to leave. So I go out the store. It's snow on the ground. That was this year, so it's snow on the ground. So I'm trying to get away. You know, you have to walk kind of cute because the snow is on the ground gonna fall. And the thing is, I got my stuff and I was getting out the store quickly. He ordered some, I think he ordered some breakfast or something. But I was like, let me get out of here because I don't know what's going on. I really don't need no drama. My life is already complicated now. So I get myself, I have to walk kind of cute because, you know, the snow, you're going to fall. And he's big. He's a big guy, you know, a little tall, just a little taller than me. So I'm walking fast. Anybody knows about snow, you like. So he got on his Timbs, comes up behind me. Hey, I was like, hey, what's up? He said, you married? I said, no. He said, give me your phone number. I said, okay, this is new. People ask for phone numbers now, but okay. So I gave my number, and my mother has live files. So I give him my number. He's like caramel. He's like my complexion. and big, burly guy built, stuff like that. And, he's thick. In other words, thick. So he's thick and, wait a minute, somebody talking to me. Wait a minute, come on. Wait a minute. Hey, Evelina, what's up, mama? Hey, uncle. Let me see. Hey, Miss Whitney. Hey, Basim. So, what was I talking? I'm going through my men Sunday. And what was I saying? Oh, so we started talking stuff like that. My sister think he's fine as hell. Me, I don't really look at men the same like I used to because I learned that looks don't mean shit. They could be just as mean. And my sister think he's the finest thing as hell. She's like, oh my God, he's fine. I didn't see him that way. But I like dark skinned men. That's not true. Her mother's live. That's not true. But that's not true. And the thing is, my sister was like, he's fine, Raven. She said you can't mess him over. Then I was like, Raven, you have bad luck when it comes to men, so you need to ask him $1,000 question. Is he married? I was like, are you married? He says yes. Well, I'm not leaving my wife. You could have kept me going. I could have kept going. I didn't need your phone number. I didn't need that. Well, I'm not leaving my. First of all, I don't want your wife. You're a goddamn cheater. Who the hell wants you? You cheat on. Please. That's community thing. No, I want you. And also, I never said I wanted you. I'm trying to find out what you about. So I got his phone number, but never called him up and stuff. I was like, no. I said, well, where are we supposed to go with this? Because obviously it's called community dick. That means anybody can get it. I don't want it because that dick could belong to anybody. So I never called them up. I never called them and stuff. But I wasn't attracted to him, no. But he felt as though. And the fucked up part is, oh, I'm cursing. The messed up part is he lives right down the street from my house. So I'm like, we live on the same block. So I'm like, so your wife can find out who I am, but just coming up the street and you want to get me killed for her to prove her love to you when I had nothing to do with it. So I was like, no, I'm. And the thing is, you went after me. You want to be with me, obviously sexually, but then you didn't have to be me at all. But he wasn't with me. And we met online years ago, and he remembers me. You remember my name. You know how big that you have to be that type of person to remember somebody's name. Anyway, so I don't know. I just think it's so messed up for you to take our time to have a conversation with somebody and then stop them from where they're going for nothing. And I'm like, So obviously, I'm not gonna have my Prince Charlie. Cause you know you be thinking about karma and stuff like that and stuff. And the messed up thing is, I mean, I understand people cheat, but you don't have to cheat. Just leave me the fuck alone. You know, if you don't even want me, just leave me the fuck alone. It's pretty simple. I don't get it, but obviously some reason. Right? Thank you, Miss Evelyn. I love you more. But the thing that gets me is, like, you don't have to stop me. Like, I just, this is how I see it. This is how I see it. And the girls be beautiful and stuff. Is this is how I see it? You have a woman already, and obviously you cheating, so it's not a privilege to be with you because you sharing that dick. So when you decide to put that shit in your mouth, it's been in everybody down. So mothers live. When I die, they's gonna put a statue of me up. It's like, oh, my name gonna be oh bitch. So I met another man. I think I'm man happy, but I met another man. I think it's because of I didn't remember car with another man again. Because there's too many men out there. And there are a lot of Mr. Friendlies. And so I'm like, whenever I date, I'm a little date, but I did meet another man, mothers live. So that reminds you, I have a boyfriend, allegedly. Do I believe I have a boyfriend? Absolutely not. Because obviously I ain't seen him, but, and also, I think a lot of guys don't like me because I'm like, I can't take the D. I don't handle the D word. You know, other words, I don't do well. When you decide to put money in my slot, I don't do well. I go through it. I go through it. Like, oh my God, stay still. No. They're like, stay still, you old bitch. No, you're killing me. And it's like, mm-mm. And then what's happening? You don't believe it. And a guy that you're interested in, he's always somewhere else. And also, you have all of a sudden all these sisters. I mean, you go along with it. You know, at this point, you don't even care. Everybody seems to have a sister or brother. And the thing is that gets me is, I don't know. I just feel sorry for the way I used to be. Once upon a time when I meet somebody, I would give him my all. I mean, I'd be crying. I said, go through him and shit. I'm crying. I'm going through it because I believe that you love me. And I go through it. I'm crying. It's not coming down my nose. Now, see you. Why you don't call me, Raven? Because I'm homing like you. You think you're the only hoe in the house? It's a whole. It's all. It's too many men. It's too many. I don't trust men when it comes to men. I pick the men straight from hell. Lucifer special. I do not trust them. And every time I feel I'm falling in love, I get dulled. I know guys be like, you never call me. No, I'm single. I'm not gonna sit around and think you're gonna be my person because obviously I'm not getting married. And the fucked up thing about it is, forgive me for cursing, I don't want to get married. Once upon a time, I want to get married. We can have this whole food. We can eat some ham hocks and chicken, collard greens. Now I'm like, mm-mm. So there will be no picnic. There will be no picnic, no sweet potato pie, no fried corn, turkey wings. Nobody ain't staying. I watch people confess their love to somebody and go out and talk and be with the other person. My father told me one thing, and the one thing I remember about my father, I don't even know if he's even dead now. So he don't even know if I'm dead. But my father used to tell me, why do you try to be with one person? It's a free world. There's bodies out here to be captured. I was like, but you married my mother. He said, listen, it's fair game. I'm like, so you the one messed up my mother in the head. That's why she can't stand looking at me. Because of shit you done did. He said, I hate it for you. And I think they say girls chase after their father. And the fact of the matter is that he is the worst. He's the worst man in the world. But when I tell you this man is fine as hell, he fine as hell. But now I realize, I understand why my mother was so fucked up. He was fine as hell. He still used his looks to fuck you over. And I go straight after him. I look for my father. And but when I found him, I'll get the hell away. The only difference in me, I get the hell away. I felt as though if she was more stronger in the truth, I don't even know because she was totally different. She also told me I was ugly as hell, and I believed her. My mother had me so convinced I was so ugly, I would never turn a light on to look in the mirror because I was like, I was so believing at that time. But my father did the same thing to her. He mentally abused her. So, and then she married a man that physically put his hands on her because that's what she thought love was. And as beautiful as she was, she didn't believe it. And it kind of reminds me of Nova Hampton, the girl online. No matter how beautiful she don't see it. And as long as she don't see it, she's gonna go through it. Until you see how beautiful you are, you're gonna get trampled, stomped on, or tricked, or betrayed and stuff. Because if you don't see it, can't nobody make you see it. You have to see yourself as beautiful, even if you're not beautiful. You have to make yourself see it through eyes that you didn't believe yourself. So, and it's weird. I had to fix that pattern with me. I know I go after the wrong men. I was with a guy for 2 years who used to jump on me and beat on me. The only difference is Raven fights back. So when you hit me, I'm like a little kid. When they hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. Now whether we win or lose or draw, we gonna fight. This man was so obsessed with me, he wanted me dead. And he almost did it too. In a lot of ways he did win, but he was the worst man in the world, but he was the best man. but he knew how to work me. I think the worst man in the world is the man that know how to work you, especially the kind of person that knows that they use love to win you over. And then love is not love; it's abuse. But if you grew up with abuse and you make it okay, it don't be that bad. So even though somebody gives you really bad stuff, you don't see it that bad. But in my whole life, I dealt with abusive men. It's not funny. It's not funny, but I have, and it's so messed up because I mean, anyway. And when I say abusive men, now my catalog is packed. My catalog is packed with white men, black men, Puerto Rican. I didn't discriminate. I've had white men treat me like shit. This is the difference between a white man. A white man will bring you flowers and candies and, pickles and orange juice. A black man, they bring you shit. And they both gonna dump you at the end. It's not everybody, because but you about to be dumped. So in other words, like Whoopi Goldberg would say, you're in danger, girl. So at the end of the day, the objective is to have sex with you and then dump you. Now I had this one guy, his name was he's a Russian. He's a Russian. And this man was, and I met him from New York and stuff, and also had an Italian man who mothers live. But not throw too many names out there because some. Anyway, so they all had these goals and stuff intentionally. I think they kind of knew I was kind of gullible, but not really gullible, but dumb, a little dumb. And the thing is, I ended up with none of them. Also had a guy that was like, he was like, if the people find out about you, they're gonna kill you. It's like, so keep their name, like keep your story silent. And it was like, if they find out about you, they're gonna put you in the river. They're gonna put you in the river. They're gonna, pull a bullet in you. I was like, what? They're gonna kill me? I mean, like literally kill me. Back then I was young, so I thought things were really funny. And sometimes I think a little bit, which is not funny. And but this is one man. This man is filthy rich. This man have cars and stuff that I think, what's they call them cars? They called custom made cars. He's in a custom made cars like that's like a it's so much stuff that was on his car. And I mean, I think it's the thing of rich, and then there's the thing called rich. This guy was filthy rich, and it's so funny. I met him online. I met him on an app. And when I saw his pictures, I was like, he didn't look good to me at all. I mean, listen, mothers live. I don't deal with men how they look. I deal with how you treat me. Whether you're tall or short, And the thing is, that's when I was working in New York City. And he was Italian. So I'm working in New York. I got off work, ordered some chicken and French fries, stuff like that. I had my blonde hair, because I was a blonde. So I had my heels on. Sometimes I don't wear none of this stuff anymore. And he called me on the phone. He said, "Hey, sweetie." So what's up? He said, "What you doing?" I said, "My work." He said, "I'm coming to see you." I said, "Okay." And he said, "What's your address?" So I gave my address. And I was like, well, I don't know what it looked like. I seen pictures of him, but he's not my type. I didn't know he was Italian. I couldn't tell was he white or black. I thought it was white. I don't know. There's some black people that they're speaking of the language. So there's a different flavors in the world that may not actually add up to what they look like and stuff. So he said he's from New York City. He's from Queens, New York, and he says, where are you located? So told him. So I'm bracing myself. So him being a high power person with money, he said, well, come outside. Okay. Now this man's Italian. He's built. Whole body is like he's like built. Boom, 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 boom. He's tall. He's built. And I'm like, okay. Had on heels and stuff. So he said, I'm here. So I'm like, here. He said, I drove. I said, okay. Now, me myself being a poor person from L, if you drive a hoopty or whatever, I don't care. It's a car. Like I don't judge people with their cars like this stuff they have online now. People have cars, stuff like that's not me. So he says I'm here. So went out the bar to meet him and stuff. And I'm looking around. I don't know where he's at. I don't really know what it looks like. I know he's not attractive, but I mean, we may be ugly now, but we were somebody's baby once, so it's okay. So the thing is, I walk out the bar. You got a couple of drinks inside your system, so you kind of you're there, but you're not there. You're a little drunk or tipsy. Hell, you don't have no car, so obviously you get on the train and go home. And so I get out the, I walk at the bar, place is packed, and then I'm like, "Where are you?" He said, "I'm here, sweetie." I was like, "Where is he here?" So this is way before they was killing the girls. I thought, oh, that's totally different. Anyway, so he flicked the, I think he flicked something on the car to let me know he's there. And then I'm looking. He flicked the light so he's there. And when I tell you, what does live? So I'm looking at this big, huge Cadillac, white, eggshell, gold rims. And I'm like, I didn't think of jackpot. I'm not that person. So I was like, so he's the kind of guy that's into, like, there's some guys that's really into beauty and into glamour. And if you don't look a certain thing, like with black hair, I couldn't wear black hair. He didn't allow, oh, he didn't allow me with black hair. In fact, a lot of men didn't allow me with black hair. If it wasn't blonde, they didn't want to see me. It's a really a thing like that too. It's so weird. So if you ever see a girl with blonde hair, it's a reason. Guys don't want to see her or know they have black hair. Like it takes away from you and stuff like that. And there is a reason for it. That's where the money is. But me being the person I was, I didn't even know that even existed. I didn't even know stuff like that existed. But it does exist. It makes sense. So when you see a black woman with blonde hair, it's financial grounds or something financial. I mean, it's real money, big time money. And I met him and stuff, and I got in this big old truck, got this climb up in there, and I'm like, wow. So then I turned my head to get a good look at him. And I was like, damn, he fine. I mean, the man was gorgeous. I was like, damn. I was like, being a nosy bitch like I am. I'm like, well, what do you do for a living? I guess he's like, damn, just enjoy the ride. He's a nosy bitch. I was like, well, what do you do for a living? Because I want in. He starts laughing. His father is a typhoon. What the fuck that meant? Excuse me. So he was like a little Donald Trump, basically. He coming to money. That means he has old money. And his father loves him. He takes care of him because he's gorgeous. And his father feels still like he's fine as hell. And of course, his father feels as though he wants his son to look pretty good. So I wish I was the kind of person that had a parents that was really rich, feel like their child was beautiful and stuff, and to give them anything. Only thing mom gave me was hell. But I'm looking at his car. I mean, when I say beautiful, oh, he let you know when you got in his car you was broke. Like you wasn't even in a struggle, you was broke. And he would smile at me. He says, he used to call me sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. He's like, I want to take pictures with you. I was like, oh my God. So in the meantime, I mean, he was really into looks and stuff, and he would drive all the way from what was that? He would be all the way down in Philadelphia, or I think it's Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He would drive all the way to come see me. Me being new to this, I didn't really know. I was from Jersey. He's from New York, and a whole different demographic of things, and different different demographic, everything. So what he would go through in life would never be on my level, because he was up here and I was down. I was like down here. And the thing is, like, I think with me, I would say when I'm struggling, but by me being poor, I get quiet because I'm out of my element. That means everything about this person is about money. Everything about me is without money. And I don't know, but he had money and he gave me hell. He would compare me to everybody in the world. Obviously, he would compare me to everybody. That's one thing I don't like, when somebody compare you to somebody else, what you think is really beautiful, and you definitely on their level, but then they compare you to them. It's like, why do you compare me to them? Because I'm definitely not on their level. But he used to scare my ass, but I had to get away from him as well. It's that person. And the thing is, it seems like the men that was abusive was the ones who cared about me the most in my head. But mothers live. I was a mess, but it wasn't that much of a mess because, and he would call me and I wouldn't answer the phone because I don't want to see him. Because as much as I love getting put down and make me feel like less of a person, I think I'll skip this call. So when I moved here to this apartment, he was like, I'm gonna come take you out to breakfast in the morning and stuff. And so I had black hair in my head. Shoot me. So I had black hair in my head. He was like, I'm not going nowhere but you, black hair. So he said, we go to breakfast and stuff. So I went to the bathroom to get washed up. He left. He just left. He refused to let me wear black hair. So he left me alone. He felt, he felt, what's that word? He felt unappreciative. But that's the thing. They didn't like the fact of me wearing black hair, and I like the black hair. I think that's why I stopped wearing black. But I had so many people complain about it. I was like, well, what is so wrong with me wearing black hair? They was really adamant about it. They didn't like it on me. They felt like the black hair made me look ordinary. And I'm like a dumb dumb because I'm thinking like you must like me and love me and stuff, but I had to look a certain way in order to be with you, which makes you feel like you're not good enough. And I didn't feel like I was good enough. And I knew at some point he was gonna get rid of me because the fact of the matter was that I had to look a certain type of way to be with you. And obviously, with my self esteem, I knew I was gonna make it. In fact, he got rid of me. In fact, I met him online again. So I ran into him online and he said, "Do you remember me?" I said, "Yeah, I remember you." He said, "We dated before." I said, "Okay." Now you just left me. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to say, "Oh my God, how you been?" You just got rid of me over some goddamn hair color. You got rid of me with some fucking hair color. So I'm supposed to jump in your arms and go, "Yeah, I remember you." I have nothing to say because you showed me better. You could tell me, but and for some reason he don't look as good as he used to either. Like I said, they done dumped you. Nobody looks as good as they used to because they got rid of you. And it's not like I be taking shit too personal, but even in my job, it was like you take stuff too personal. But if you have a big heart and you care about people, it kind of hurts you when you're not good enough. Somebody that's really not good enough for you, but you put yourself so far down that you do things their way and you cancel you. And I don't know. But here it is 2026 and I'm still going through the same shit. That's why I don't get dressed up no more. I don't try to look. I got all these. If you go on, even if you look online and stuff, in my Instagram or my, in fact, if you Google my name and go on images, you can see how I used to dress. There are tons. I think 2,000 or something, or pictures and stuff, or 30,000. It's pictures how I used to dress. You're like, well, bitch, you look like the truck that hit you. I'm done. Like I'm done. You go on images, you can see all these pictures of me and all these outfits and stuff. I ain't wearing shit. They have taken the nice. They drank the nice right out of me. The nice have been drained out of me. When I realized that everything about me is about image and not about my heart and my soul, I was like, I'm good. Because I'm never gonna be able to measure up to what you want. There's some people out here that only wear designer clothes. There's some people out there that have to look at them. I don't wear only designer clothes. I wear the clothes that's on sale. But if they don't have a name on it, they don't want it. And I don't know. Once upon a time, I was totally different. You know, I mean, why don't you just pick the damn? Look at the music. That shit is so loud. But the thing is that get me is, I used to believe that there was somebody out there for me. Now I don't. I don't believe. I like to watch love stuff like that and people in love, and and I see some of the most beautiful women in the world, and they all single. They got Mister Come by Night that's fucking them and just letting it go. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. In fact, Mothers live. I met another man. Mothers live. Like I'm a ride this truck until it comes off. But I met another man, and some men out here want to dictate how you move. There's some men out here that they need to get their approval in order to do anything. I'm not that person. Hey, Yumi, what's up, mama? Hey, chef, what's up, boo? How you doing, chef? I hope you feel better. Do you feel better from yesterday? If being trans is depression, but it's the same. If being trans is depression, invisible, I'd rather die. Well, the thing is, you shouldn't call yourself that. That means you live in a circle that you don't need to live in. You need to realize you are a woman and just stay there. And that's it. That's it. All that other bullshit. Don't get this whole life, um, don't breathe life into it. Live the life as far as you being real as who you are and all the other extra stuff. Don't live for that. Because that's government stuff. And also let you go down in life. They ain't gonna help you. They be like, Mariah Carey, I don't know her. So you can't live that life. And the thing with me is, I mean, I love men. It's no secret. You know, I've had some trans men that try to be with me. And I was like, I've had trans men to wish bad luck on me. They want men to dog me, treat me like shit. And I just sit there looking. I was like, that's not me. But I always said, which I don't believe is true, because I've had females hit me up and like, yo, you want to try something else? I was like, no. You trying to give me the kitty? No, I don't want no kitty. No. I mean, I be talking to guys about that. They be like, if a woman offer me vagina, I'm gonna go after. I said, well, you know what? Then you go ahead. Now I've never. I used to blame women for being treated so disrespectful. I thought it was wrong how women were treated until females started sending me vaginas. I was like, what is this? She says, you don't know what this is? It's a vagina. I said, well, what the hell is in my box for? I like the pee bug. I don't want no vagina. Well, I hope somebody dog you out. So, well, why would you get mad at me for wanting the pee bug? Like, but I get it because a lot of times you get hurt so bad. I just, I, I wish I could be that person that could just go after females and be with them as well and stuff. I just don't see it. Because if a man walks in that room and I can smell them balls and their penis and I smell them pissy underwear, I'm like, excuse me. I try to psych myself out. I went to the lesbian bar and I went to the lesbian bar. That means I went to the lesbian bar so I could find me a female. So I'm in the bar and I'm like, so I go in the bar. Um, I have friends of all walks of life, studs, lesbian. I have friends, I don't discriminate. I don't want to fuck them, but and the thing is, I went to the bar years ago because I wanted to leave men alone. I was sick of this shit, you know. I think a lot of girls who this or whatever, they get upset. It's like I don't want to be with a man because obviously playing games, you know. Life is too short. So I don't know. It's just something about it, man. And for me to try to be, I think women are the most beautiful people in the world. I don't want to fuck them. I mean, I don't even want to do their hair. I just want. I love men. Obviously, the men from hell, but I've had women be very mean to me because I don't want to be with them. Now, one time when I was hurt really bad, I was going to try it, but I was like, I'm not going to be committed. So I can't do it, chef. I can't do it. See, this is how I see it. Oh, obviously I overthink. This is how I see it, chef, chief. So if I mess with a trans man, I overthink, obviously. Now I could be 100% wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. So not trying to be too graphic. So so I'm gonna try to do this as far as I can, and hopefully you'll catch on to certain parts because I'm not gonna say. So if you try to be with a trans man, first of all, I think they're handsome and drop dead gorgeous. Not all of them. Not all of them. I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all. Woof. This is what I buy for tissue. I buy this for tissue because my nose is always running. So I buy these tissues, and I think it's 150. But the only reason why I think that I love men. I just do. But I obviously got the wrong one. But hey, Deshaun, how are you, boo? I hope you get well. No, thank you, Deshaun. Exactly, Chief. We have also video of mother that with her son on ER because he took edibles and some drugs sensitivity that make him hallucinate. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sad, but I don't know. Let me tell y'all, when y'all get older, if you're anything like me, you start staring a lot, like you staring at people. You start staring, like, what the hell is you looking at? But you start staring at people. And as I've gotten older, I try not to stare, but by me being on the bus and I see a Meg on the bus, I'm looking at him. I think I'm man happy, but I try to low key do it like somebody can see, don't see it, and I don't know. So now my new thing is, since I'm getting older, just turning 94, I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to learn to wear my hair loose, and also where I work at, everybody's young as hell. They 21, 20. Like, oh my God. So the guys there are really young. Matter of fact, the girl there's young. I'm like, there has to be a message in this madness. I think, my personal opinion, I think the black hair makes me look younger than the blonde. I think maybe I'm just stressed out. I just think the blonde hair makes me look younger. And the guy that wants to be my boyfriend, but the guy that is my boyfriend, he's 21 years old. I was like, I'm gonna burn in hell. He said, I'm a grown ass man. Oh God. I'm like, how old are you? He's like, I'm 21. So God. So I put the blonde hair. He said, oh God, that damn blonde hair, take it out. I'm sorry. It's this guy I work with. He is so fine. I think I'm man hungry. And as I got older, I've been looking at men a lot more. Now I'm not trying to have sex with them, but I stare at them a lot more. And it's weird because I was it's different departments and stuff I go to. So it's another department of another spot which I go to. So if you're anything like me, and you man happy, shit, and you man happy, you can spot a man a mile away. So I'm working, had to pick up an order from another spot. So I walk inside. If that black skin, we know when you be looking at us, but we don't see it. So I'm in this spot and stuff, and had to pick up an order, a spot, a part and stuff, and so I'm there and stuff, and it was like, where you been? We haven't seen you in a while. I said, well, I work in different areas, stuff like that, but let me tell you something. Let me stay focused. So by me working around young people, I go straight to the young person. I told to the older guy, I was like, he's like, how you been? I was like, okay. And he's like, we started talking about stuff. I said, well, how old are you? Like, how old do I have to work? Like, I'm like, I'm supposed to be dying soon. I don't want this goddamn working shit gotta go. It's time for me to get in the grave, trying to get shit ready to get in the grave and go to sleep. And my other half be like, that hole you ain't let you rest yet. But the thing is like, so, and I'm trying to make sure I don't look at guys like with these googly eyes and stuff. So I'm like, so I can tell one guy's younger. And the older guy was like, I'm like a what's some things called? Apprentice. So I'm like, okay, okay. Never mind, you're a little fuck, but I have to play it off like I'm really interested, but you know. So the young guys in there. I was like, he said, I said, how you doing? He said, I said, what's your name? Which I'm going to forget because I can't remember shit. And he told me his name. I was like, okay. So, so when the guy's interested in you, they get a smile, and you like, so at that point you have to leave. You can't keep talking to him because you may be looking at him with googly eyes that don't even realize it, but you don't. So he was like, why don't you just stay a little longer? I was like, okay. I was like, well, I'm at work, so I can't really stay. He said, well, I want you to stay longer. Okay. So in my mind, I'm like, I better get out of here because you know, and I know they be watching me and I walk out, look at my butt and everything. I get it. You're gonna look. And it's funny because it doesn't matter how big my clothes are, they peel everything off me as if they could see everything. Especially when I got it on, you know. They be just, and it's funny because they do like this. And you ain't supposed to see all this stuff they're looking at. This is, and you act like you don't see stuff, but you see everything. And then you try to hurry me get out of there. It's like, okay, I can't be doing this. So he says, so why don't you stay a little longer? Why can't you stay longer? The older man was like, you know, I was like, okay, gotta get out of there quickly and got out of there. But I'm gonna tell you something. So it was this guy, I shouldn't even talk about that because it's this guy that don't like me for no reason at all. And remind you, it's always somebody in the LGBTQIA that's trying to start some shit up. It's never failed. So I don't judge them, but they don't think I know. And if you know, you know. And it's certain ones you know. Like you could spot them a mile away. You could spot them a mile away. So then the man comes inside. He's working with his boss and stuff. And if you know, you know. So he's like, well, now remind you, I'm watching all his mannerism and stuff. And well, this, that, and that, and this. And I'm not supposed to be seeing this, but I see it. Then he goes up to his boss. His boss is probably somebody that's, that's hitting the front and back. So, in other words, two guys, or, you know. So, I'm not supposed to be seeing this, but act like I don't see it, but I see it. I just, so the guys go crazy over me at this job. They're like trying to help me do everything. But this other guy kind of got upset. So he gave a bad report on me and saying that I basically can't move because I'm with the men, which is a lie. So he's basically want me out of there because he don't like the fact that the men are interacting with me or trying to help me, trying to do everything possible, to make sure my life is better. So he don't like it. So he told my boss, basically, I just sit in the job, I'm doing my job. So yes, it's plenty. Exactly, you me. Here. How's your blood pressure? Oh my God. It's oh my God. You know what gets me? Y'all be changing your name. Y'all be knowing too much information for not to. And so he got upset. He went to my boss, and it's like all I'm doing is working. And the funny thing is, I have video footage, but I can't show it to y'all because he didn't know he was being taped, and I taped him. And I was like, okay. He didn't know his videotape, and I can't show it to y'all because he didn't know. He was being videotaped and stuff like that, and my boss told me, "Don't do that again." It's a lot of shady stuff going on behind the scenes. The one thing I don't like when people are not fair to you. You ever have people just hate on you for no reason? They just don't like you. And that's what I pray that Nova can accept. There are going to be people in this world that don't like you. Obviously, I should know. And they don't need a reason. You just need to get the hell away from them. Be grateful that they're like, you didn't do nothing to them. They just don't like you. You can't do nothing that's going to convince them to like you because they don't like you. I don't know whether they're just jealous or just evil spirit or it's just people that's just like that. What you have to do is protect your spirit and get the hell away from them. And I don't know. I just wish it wasn't that way, but girls be trying to kill themselves and fuck all that. Then you be trying to fit in. I think the worstest thing for the girls to try to do is fit into a world that don't accept them. Look at this. I was gonna buy another of these. These cost $1.27. I was in the dollar store. Can y'all see this? The reason why I like this is because and nothing good about it. I think the video that kind of bothered me was Nova because I really don't know the full tense of it, of the video, but she wants to be accepted. A lot of us in this world will never be accepted. We can do 1,000 things that are nice to people. They just don't like you. We can look out for them, do nice things, pick up food for them. They don't like you. I've been used to that my whole life, and they'll say, make up things like, well, you think you're cute, you think you're that. And I didn't even know you even experienced anything about me because I'm on my business, but for some reason about me bothers you. That's just like this girl went and got somebody to beat me up. So when she went to get somebody to beat me up, and I'm like, and I didn't even know she felt that way about me. Like, I did not know. We never had a conversation, we never had an argument. So I didn't even know this energy you have for me. We never had an argument or nothing, but you don't like me. And she thought I was like Dream House Barbie or something. When I say that, it means I thought I was so beautiful. Like only thing I told her when I was working in New York City, I said, you can't be in a bar unless we got ID because they're trying to shut the bar down. And lo and behold, when I got off work, she went and got guys to beat me up. These two homosexuals waiting outside to beat me up. And remind you, she was a two-spirit woman, and she went and got somebody to beat me up. Here it is. I'm a bartender. I've been carrying ice buckets by myself. And like, what did I do to you for you to try to get somebody to harm me? My grandmother used to drive a car called Nova. that's that's a person. I'm talking about Nova Hampton. She's on my. But there is a car called Nova. It was in a song too, the Silver Nova. But I've had a lot of people try to fight me that didn't even know me. I realized the ones that look like you be trying to get you done. You can't trust anybody. Excuse me. That's why I never wanted to go big. That's why I'll never tell y'all, share my videos. Like I said, cash out me some money. But I'll never tell you to share my videos because there's some really mean people out here. And I mean, really mean. You didn't do nothing to them. I even filmed that video. It's on his channel, Raw. Actually fought the girl. And I fought her. I think people think that I have this whole personality of, you know, I've been in some shit. But the betrayal shit is real. But I've been thinking like this. I'm thinking when I get older, they're gonna beat my ass because now I'm not no strength, so I can't fight. I'm gonna fight, but obviously I'm gonna be weak. You know, and I should be thinking about fighting. But anyway, I just be thinking if you don't keep that strength up, because you know you're getting old. But I don't know. But that's the thing. So you ever have an epiphany? So one day I got on the bus and I say to myself, because I don't want no trouble, I don't want no smoke. I got my little earphones on, get on the bus, I'm saying. So I get on the bus and then this energy took me this way. And it was a man. Let me stop. So I was like, so I don't know what happened, but I ended up sitting next to him and I looked at him and he said, "How you doing?" I said, "It's a man." But you know, I'm played off like I'm. So I'm like, he said, "You could." So he smiled at me. In my head, I be having this whole full blown relationship. In my head, I'm clearly going crazy. I'm going crazy. And the thing is, like, so he looks at me, he smiles at me, and I'm like, "Don't look, Raven. Don't look no more. You're doing too much." So I go, "It's never like, why are you looking at this man?" But I'm turning my head, so I'm like, I don't see him, but I'm looking right at him. So I'm like, it's a man. Anyway, so I'm like, so we met each other on the bus. I was freezing cold, and it's funny because the mask. I love the wearing the mask. I can hide my face. I can hide my face. I can look at you. You know, like so. I was like, I'm always praying, obviously, for the wrong thing. I said, well, maybe the Lord sent it to me on the bus. So I'm like, ah. So I looked over him. I said, you know, we look alike. I guess he was like, yeah, right, bitch. You're probably a fucking whore. Like, no. No, sir. But it was like, so I told him, I said, never mind you, I didn't even know I was going to say anything to this man. It kind of freaks me out a little bit how I have a conversation with somebody in my head. And anyway, so I talk to I talk two ways. Like I talk to you as a real person, and another conversation I have as far as my head. As far as my head is telling me, don't say anything, mind your business, get the hell away from them, just get away. But a lot of times it's like the Lord sent him to be your husband. That's your man. So I'm having this conversation with my head, and I'm quiet, so they don't know what I'm going to talk about. And I'm like, ah. So in my head, I have this whole conversation which is not taking place with him, but with me and him, we have this whole conversation which is not happening at all. But in my mind, I'm like, the Lord must have sent it to me. He looks perfect. He's handsome. He looks like somebody could be in my family. And remind you, this man is probably like, I don't know, look like your family members, but in my head, that's what I see. And remind you, this whole conversation is not happening at all. In my head, it's taking place. So I'm about to get off the bus, and I'm thinking to myself, you should say goodbye, Raven, because you're about to get off the bus. But told this other half, I'm not gonna say nothing. So I'm like, okay. So I'm not saying anything, making sure I don't say nothing. Don't look at him too much. Make sure you keep your head turned and look this way. Go to the bus and try to hold on to the rail so you don't go. So I get off the bus, trying to fall, and he's looking at me. And I get off the bus. I said, okay. I didn't say nothing crazy. I kept my mouth shut. And I tried to find how tall he was. I think he's like 6 feet, which is probably wasn't. He's like 5'11". So I get off the bus, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't say nothing stupid. You mind your business, Raven, and you go ahead on. So I was like, he looked like he could be my family members, like with the same skin complexion, but he looked like family to me. And I was proud of myself. I didn't say nothing stupid. I didn't say anything. Probably said something to what I said. You could be my family members. So the next day came. I got off work early, and I walk over to the job, which I'm damn exhausted. And I'm getting on the bus at a whole different other area, you know, that I'm normally don't, you know. So I'm standing up, waiting for the bus. So as I'm waiting for the bus, everybody started coming for the bus because they wanted to get on the bus. It was cold. Excuse me. That was calm. So wait for the bus. Then I look, and then I see this man with this kid. So I'm like, okay. Now mind you, I keep my head like looking down. I'm looking at nobody. So I watch this man walk up to me, and he looks over at me. I think he spotted me, and he did. And then I'm always asking God, like, what is the reason for me meeting this man again? Because I meet him again. So what is the reason that I'm meeting this man again? Because I feel like everything happens for a reason. So he walks up to me and says, oh, we meet again. I was like, oh, okay. Mother's lived. And I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna start nothing. I'm not gonna try to, just gonna play safe and shut up. And we talked a little bit, and it got close to let's exchange phone numbers. Like, no. Remember, Raven has a boyfriend that'll hold me, it won't let me rest. I smelled the man with some balls and the underwear, and I'm like, oh God, I gotta get this to me. So, and I'm like, okay, it's not funny. And I'm like, oh. So I'm gonna keep a straight face. I'm having this whole conversation with him in my head, which is not taking place. And then we talked for a little bit. When the conversation got a little heated, I shut up. Because at this point, I needed to escape. So like I said before, it's probably all in my head and stuff. And in my head, everything's taking place. But it's not, it's only in my head. And the thing is, with me, I don't hit on nobody. I just stay away because, there's a few things that, I want to talk about. Now I don't want to talk about it. So get on the bus and just wait. Get off the bus. So and remind you, I'm just in awe. That old hole in me. There's a man on this damn bus. Oh my God. But I'm not saying nothing like you. It's funny, all this stuff going in my head. I'm making sure I'm not saying nothing. My goal is to get in the house and close the door, go in the bathroom and bug. So, and it's so funny because in my mind, I have this whole dream, a person, and then I start thinking, he's probably got a wife. He's probably got this. In my head, it's going like this. And this man don't even know what I'm talking about. This whole thing is taking place, but I ain't saying shit. I only he did second. Oh, my exactly. Yeah, that's the thing about it. Since I've been on the bus, I'm like, and the funny thing is, I just, I think by me being around young people, I get more used to them. But I didn't know there was this young where I work at. But when I talk to young people, and then they tell me how old they are, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm 20. I turned 20 years old. I'm 21. I was like, oh my God. This is like a PlayStation of high school. And then they start talking about this big, and I'm like, I get real quiet. I get really quiet, but they be young. I'm 21, they turn 20. I'm like, oh my God. But, and also when you date guys that are younger, they're going to do a lot of things so they're young. And I don't know. But the guy I talked to today, he's older. And I think it's a thing called brainwashing. Young people can brainwash you to only date them, which is fucked up. Because now you get in your head, you get a young person, then you get somebody old, like, oh hell, you old as hell. You about to drop. You like want the young one. The young ones be fun, skin all tight and stuff. And here there's usually these older ones, you wrinkle the fuck up and you think you fine as hell. Like all these goddamn wrinkles in your face. You think you fine, don't you? But it's so weird. But I don't know. I think it's, for me, I think it's pretty dangerous when you date young people because you start feeling like you're young and you're not. So by you feel like you're young, you want somebody young like them. But you have to realize you into the older stages. That mean that you have to date pops. And pops don't always be the right way for you. But the man I talked to was on the bus. He's more like pops. But I wanted to ask him, because I don't trust me. I wanted to ask him, did you just came home from prison? Because I could find you. You just came home from prison? Like, and it's so weird because how do you ask a person that they just came home? And they'll say, oh, how'd you know? So, oh, okay. And at the same breath, it is like it's my fault because maybe I reached out to her an hour early. I was dealing with her cold, and she would still be okay and wouldn't. Who? Who you talking about, Anna? Oh, okay. Where's Nova? Anna. You said she unalived herself. We can't change that past. When my mom died, I realized I can't go back. You rang. We can only. Hey, Blue, how are you? Y'all having a whole conversation. What is this about? Is Nova okay? Maybe it's I was. I'm still fighting this cold, Blue. Thanks for asking. It's kicking my butt. I just got it yesterday. Then I went to sleep today and realized I should got more medicine. I got a lot of medicine. But my nose is so, that the cold is so bad that it drips out my nose. We talked to her twin, and she's found her and went to her. But she's still alive, right, Anna? But the thing is, I don't want nothing to happen over, but it's a bad spot for you to be in, Anna. Because the sad part about it is she's putting too much on you. She's putting too much on you. And it's unfortunately, but like I said yesterday, you can't do nothing for her, Anna. Exactly, Blue. It's like a person on drugs. You could talk to them 1,000 times, but they don't listen. They're not gonna listen. Yeah, she's is, but I feel sad because I reached out. To her, she was. Yeah, but Anna, that's not your responsibility. I mean, you have to put in God's hands because you can't save everybody. It's just like an addiction. When a person is on drugs, you want them to stop, but they don't see it that way. They're not going to stop. You have to love yourself even in days you don't feel like you're lovable. You have to find ways. But that's the person that wants to live. That means it's nothing you could do to fix whatever they're. I better stop. I can't. I don't want to have the other stroke. No. Excuse me. But you can't. That's sad that she's putting you through all that. But I've talked it over before. She don't want to hear it. I talked it over a lot of times behind the scenes. But I'm gonna tell you something. You can't make a person do something because that's what you want. It has to be what they want. And even if they want to do what they want, they're gonna do what they want. Uh, I feel bad, but because it's sad because she's putting too much on you. Like you can't fix this, and I get it. Because you want things to go the right way, it's not gonna always go the right way. All we could do is pray for her, for strength, and for her to love herself enough. Because if I tell you something is on fire and you go outside anyway and it burns you up, what could I do? Can't do nothing. I've talked to Nova behind the scenes. She don't want to hear it. I mean, she'll say, okay, okay, but she's not listening to me. So what can you do? You can't make somebody be what you want. And it's sad to put you in that type of situation. These some call survivor. You right. We can't see the exactly. Somehow other people exactly Blue. You're absolutely right. Hey Lewis, you're right. Are you and that guy still together? What guy, Lewis? Pretty girl. I'll get on to try to the flower. I'm sorry you're going through that, Nova. I mean, Anna. That's horrible. I hate when that happens though, but excuse me. I took in so much medicine today. I didn't take enough dope medicine. I just take medicine to knock me out. But I didn't know. Anyway, all we can do is pray for Lord, just Nova. Change her mindset, change her God, fix her mind, make her much more lovable and caring about herself more. Stay away from all the negativity. I told you when I saw the video of Nova, I said, why would you go to a church that don't like you and try to go there for acceptance? That's like eating poison and expecting you to stay alive and not die. If you don't, the thing is, I don't know. I mean, everybody's different. I can only tell you how I would feel, but that would just be my feelings. And as far as a person being rejected in life, sometimes people can't take it. I've been rejected my whole life. I've even tried to take my life a few times, but I was like, I'm gonna live. Y'all just gotta suffer. But even though I can say that, but everybody's not strong enough to say that. So you have the energy to say it, but everybody's not like that. You just can't compare yourself to say, well, since you did it, they could do it. No, that's not how it goes. But Um, it's sad though. It's sad. I just wish it wasn't that way, but it's not about me. It's not about what I want. Anyway, but anyway, y'all, I'm about to get off of here because I'm not trying to have no stroke. I'm sorry. I can't have no stroke. I can't have no. Because the thing is, if I have another stroke, I'm not sure I'm gonna make it to the next time. This stroke should be for real. I just started my talking a little better. I'm still talking and stuttering. I have to avoid it, So I just can't. I couldn't walk at one point. I can't do it. But I love you all. Raven's about to go because I cannot have no other stroke, and then I don't feel good to. Mm-mm. Thank you, boo. I love you too. I'm Chief Eagle. Yeah. Hey, S child. What's up, mama? But I'm about to get off here because I don't. I got to save myself because I just can't. Anyway, I love you all. Please keep Nova in your prayers. See, that's what I hate. And anyway, y'all have a blessed night.